Huniepop 2 is a canonical sequel to Huniepop 1, you know, if the number didn't give it away. It starts 2 years after the first, where it's the same character, aka you, being the Omega Supreme dude you are and bang your 4th chick in 2 days. Kyu pops up and says you have been voluntold to go with her to awaken the Nymphogen. The Nymphogen are... it's better if she explains it.
To make a long story short, there are these two, evil space hookers that are about to be awoken. And if they don't get some wicked good dick, they're probably gonna destroy the galaxy.
So off you go.
Welcome aboard, passengers. This is a one-way stop to Isle Delfino, Inedipuna, a luscious tropical island filled with numerous activities, and 2 ancient gods that are lying dormant, close to awakening and wiping humanity off the face of the earth. But let's pretend you didn't hear that last part. Instead, pretend to hear what our island has to offer. We have the standard set of beach areas, but we stand out with a casino area, strip club, hilltop with a gorgeous view of the sunset, and so much more. There are some secrets not on the tourist guide, such as a hidden hot spring, but don't tell anyone I said that. But we all know why some of you are here. You animals. As long as the protagonist isn't here...
Hey guys!
God damn it. Anyway, our flight should be around 6 hours, so please bear with us. Staff members, please do not have intercourse with the passengers in the restroom.
Well, are we just gonna sit and catch up, or are you gonna take that thing out?
Oh, hell yeah! I love it.
Oh, shit! Was I way too loud? Fuck, I was trying to keep it down.
Hey yo, these motherfuckers are fucking! God damn, I'm just trying to take a shit! I'm sorry!
God damn it, I hate my job. Prepare for crash landing. Y'all horn dogs don't deserve shit.
Visually, it looks great. I was personally worried how the game looked initially from screenshots. It has a different aesthetic compared to Huniepop 1 when comparing character art styles. It took a while to adjust. Thankfully, everything is better in person and in motion, and not on a shitty laptop unable to record quality footage. From what I can tell, some of the sound effects are reused with some exceptions, which isn't a bad thing most of the time. Developers reuse stuff all the time. Like Bethesda. In this case, there is literally no harm in it. Hell, most people never notice since they are focused on doing one thing: jamming to the soundtrack. Music at the meetup locations share the upbeat tropical island vibe, but the tropical theme limits variety compared to the first game. Might as well talk about the other sound you'll be hearing, the cast of characters. With 2 returning from Huniepop 1, 7 of them are from the previous game known as Honeycamp Studio. Never played that one, and probably won't. The remaining 3 are making a new appearance. I will be straight up with y'all, I ain't too much of a fan of this roster overall. Not the voices portray the characters very well. Remember, dislike the character, not the one who is voicing them. Opinion may change over time, but right now let's go down tier list. FYI, Q ain't an option.
Venture forth, brave hero, into the unknown, through milky mountains and treacherous tunnels.
Let's start off with Ashley Rosemary. Apparently she's an OC made by Copy and Get, apologies for the butcher. The dev liked her enough and put her in the game. Story may be wrong, but the result is the same. A single life for me girl who teases you at every opportunity. She is also British, which fills me with anger.
Would you eat a chick out if she was on her period?
That's it. It's time to destroy the British people.
What did they do to deserve this?
They talk funny! Ah! Brooke Belrose. No, she is not biologically related to Audrey. A woman who is so biologically infused with plastic when she steps into the pool, the lifeguard says, "Please step out of the pool, you are littering." She is the literal definition of a gold digger.
Friday night is date night. Not with my husband, of course. No, he stays at home with the kids.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Candace Crush. A stripper who is the personification of all looks and no brains. She only knows one thing and is good at it. Everything else she is kinda slow at.
Cowgirl is fun. It's like riding a horsey, except there's a dick in ya.
Sarah Stevens, the incarnation of all people who attend anime conventions. It's the dev's words, not mine, and honestly the best way to describe her with a name like that.
Well, I don't really like exercising, but I did yoga before. That was kinda sorta fun.
Polly Bendelson. What are these names? A gal who was born in the wrong generation. One small problem. She contains something controversial. You can select the option before you start your save file, but I'm leaving that to you. I'm not going anywhere near that powdered keg.
You said it. When I find my perfect match, I want him all to myself.
Lillian Orwell. She is constantly talking about how she wants to die and fuck just because. She has the average teenager mentality. She is of age, of course, but still, no.
Ah, right. I want to be bitten by a vampire so fucking bad. Just like,
Jessie May. Time has not been kind to her. The sexual aura compared to last game is drastically reduced. She still contains her charm, but she feels washed up.
Secretly, I was hoping you'd say that. I've tried quitting before. What a nightmare.
Denise Green, or otherwise known in this game, Zoe. Besides the design and her being cuckoo in the head, apparently, she is kinda boring, to be honest.
I must admit, as a woman, I feel a strong biological desire to seek partners who are taller than me.
Abia Nawazi. She needs to be locked up in horny jail for life, because good lord.
Okay, don't judge, but I like it when the girl is bound up and abused. Is that bad?
Nora Del Rio, a tough gal who's trying to get enough money to get by and support her cousin who we may or may not have banged last game. It may be a part of my instincts, but I wouldn't mind a double date with them, know what I'm saying? Blame my genetic code, but at least I'm immune to Hispanic food, unlike you weaklings.
When you're serving time, you learn to like lifting. You're either a big bitch, or you're someone else's bitch.
Lola Rembright. She is pretty much the same from the last game, but a little more open for, you know...
I like to find a cute cafe and enjoy a cup of coffee. You probably knew that, though. That's where we met.
And Leilani Kialoha, a sweet and innocent girl who makes sure everything is to your liking, being a staff member in the resort and all. She is very self-conscious of her body and doesn't think she is beautiful. You know that rule in a relationship where the woman is always right? Not this time. I'm breaking that rule.
It's treason, then.
You too? I think people give off a certain energy, a kind of vibe that tells me a lot.
Yeah, the first game tops this roster by a landslide. There was only one or two characters I disliked, and another I legally have to say no to or I will get cancelled.
Master, my bottom is getting all sticky.
Okay, on to actual mechanics. Let's start with shop items. When you go to the shop, there are 4 sections and each contain a set of items. Everything in that specific tab must be paid in specific currency. Shouldn't be too hard to figure out. They added a filter to make searching easier. It rotates every morning, so you could camp it out like a scalper for a specific item, but not recommended. Food contributes to the date before it starts. Date gifts help during the date, obviously. Unique gifts and shoes help boost stats. Smoothies contribute to leveling up the token multiplier. Date gifts have duplicates in the shop, but there can only be 1 or 2 total of that specific item throughout the whole game. Date gifts are not universal like last time. Be wise of who's gonna use what. Food has a limited time freshness, a mini timer, so you can't just hoard food items, so just buy it when you're gonna prep for the current date because it remains fresh. Smoothies share the same freshness mechanic, just give the smoothie to the one who likes that token color. Without the unique or shoe gift item description, narrowing down choices or trial and error is the only way to figure it out, without cheating of course. When you are giving a gift, smoothie, or food that doesn't restore stamina to the recipient, it will drain the stamina bar by 1. It doesn't make sense to me, but perhaps they will update that. Probably not. You can only give 1 piece of food to each girl and they will become full. Smoothies don't count to the food quota, so you are safe in that regard. When you speak to a female, it drains 2 stamina but gives 1 extra move to that date pair before it begins. If you go to a different couple, it resets. When you begin the date, they each regain 2 stamina bars. Speaking to them gives you 1 of 2 question types that may randomly appear. They ask a personal question and you have to answer based on their personality, their lifestyle, and ideals. The quiz, aka remembering what information you asked them type from Huniepop 1 is gone, so no worries there. The other is the info question, where you ask them a question to fill in the data sheet. If both girls have the same answer to a specific question, it will fill both of their data sheets, cutting down on time. At best, you are rewarded with 1 or 2 seed tokens with no way to increase the amount received. The alcohol and gifts to increase base currency from talking mechanic from Huniepop 1 is gone. Dates are the only productive way to get currency. With that complexity, you think talking to them is not worth it at all, and you are kind of right. But
enough about these women's rights. Let's talk about women's wrongs.
What the fuck? No. Get the fuck out of here. Go sit in that corner until you're needed in the next scene. He is not wrong, but I will rephrase it. You know, there is a downside to every one of us, like being too clingy or too stubborn. Speaking to the girls may reveal a mandatory handicap or baggage.
Oh yeah, baggage. I knew there was something else I wanted to mention to you. The more you get to know these girls, the more they'll start to trust you and open up to you. On the upside, this means you'll be able to raise their affection levels even higher. But on the downside, it also means you're gonna find out about the baggage they carry. It could be something from their past, negative personality traits, or even medical issues. Unfortunately, baggage will present new twists and challenges that you'll have to overcome. So, you'll want to familiarize yourself with the effect that each baggage will have on your dates.
There are 3 per girl and they are unlocked after every successful date with that girl included. In easy mode, the baggage apparently doesn't affect you at all. In normal mode, you only have to deal with 1, and it's randomly chosen from the ones available when the date starts. In the hardest difficulty, you have to deal with all available ones at once, and I could not bear the idea of going through that with some of those pairs. The trade-off for the baggage is more of their unique items, and token smoothies appear in the shop for each baggage received. You also receive an additional date gift slot for that girl per baggage, which is essential for mid to late game. The pairs are not really worth mentioning. I leave you to enjoy that since it's the main content. On to the date. It's the standard match 3 as expected from the first game, but with much more management required. Specifically, stamina. Both girls have a stamina meter, and every move you do will drain the meter of the girl you are focused on. When you do a standard 3-piece, it drains 1 stamina bar. a 4-piece drains 2, and so on. If you have enough for the match but no extra stamina and still do the match, she will be in an exhausted state and out of commission for 4 turns. If she has 3 stamina bars in out of commission mode and the active girl only has 1 bar left with no means of recovery, just make the match and the inactive girl will be active and the roles will be reversed. Purple hearts have a slight modification to them. They no longer take away progress from your date meter, instead instantly makes your girl upset and is out for 4 turns. You need to swap between the girls to maintain stamina. Sometimes you may have to put them in an exhausted state for baggage reasons or for the greater good. Without items or getting the new stamina token that heals 3 bars in a standard match, there is no other way to recover it. Passion level increases the amount a match gives, sentiment is for items, the standard stuff. Items are key and are up to you with combinations, although your item combos may be affected by the baggage. When you complete a pair for the second time, you go into the bonus round. It's the bed minigame from Huniepop 1 where you match as fast as you can as it depletes, minus the sex music and your bedroom. You are rewarded with a very lewd image. You can choose to have it with or without your mark and censored. I personally miss the images from Huniepop 1, where it's innocent and then gets lewd. It felt like progress. But this is a solid upgrade for a majority of people. You can view the images in your hotel room as well as change the girl's outfit when it's unlocked. You can sleep to change the time and other stuff post-game. Rinse and repeat until you get 24 fairy wings, go to Q and go awaken the Nymphogen. Relax when she said it's the point of no return. When you fail, and you probably will fail, you go back to your hotel room and go try again. Spoiler warning for the final boss. Make sure you have the desirable items on the girls. It's a gauntlet. You don't even date the Nymphogen, just mind control versions of the girls. That's kinda lame. As for my thoughts on the Nymphogen, there really isn't much to say about them. Their designs are unique to say the least. Is it bad to say my attention was on the magic effects behind them and not on the Nymphogen themselves? You have 100 moves to complete 4 dates. Sounds easy in concept. Once you complete a date, it clears the purple hearts, resets passion and sentiment, and deletes the bottom 3 rows, so plan ahead. Some of the pairs are actual pairs that you have dealt with. The rest are random pairs you probably would have liked to seen in the base game, but this game would have been so much longer than it is and not in a fun way. The term "fuck this boss" is literal as you quell their lust and send them to sleep once more. Alpha mode, being able to do the gauntlet date again. Endless mode, and the expansive wardrobe is unlocked. Alpha mode is doing more dates with a bigger quota needed after every successful date like the first game. The gauntlet can be done again if you hate yourself. Endless mode is completing as many dates as possible before running out of moves. The main thing is the expanded wardrobe with outfits purchasable with seed tokens. Hair and clothes sold separately. Once it's all said and done, there is no other incentive to keep playing except 100%ing your save file. Your journey as the ultimate protagonist is complete. Until next game. The game is already receiving patches, which I'm glad to see. Hell, I was so slow making this, they were already selling the soundtrack. Hopefully the digital art collection, if they sell one, contains far more concept art because the last one was not the greatest. It didn't even have the prototype sketches of the girls. I had to go find that shit on the Huniepop wiki and DeviantArt. Should you play this game? If you played the first, you probably bought it at launch week and enjoyed it enough. If you're waiting to see reception and then make the judgment call, I would say no, not yet. If you haven't played either game and had to choose one, go play the first. Even then, $20 for a minimum of 10 hours of playtime. I would say wait for when it has all the extra stuff in a bundle for a cheap price, and then snatch it up. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my next project. You know, whenever that is.